we will have some problem on properties of ROs. These are all the topics we covered in the previous class. Let me take some more problems. Yes, let's start. First problem. You can expect any competitive exam, that may be state board exam, because they will allot 1 minute time to get the answer. So as per that one, this is one of the competitive exam question. Find jet transform, and ROC. Find jet transform and region of convergence of a assume given one is 1 comma 2 comma minus 1 comma, for example 2. Find jet transform and ROC of a sequence. So they will ask like that. Otherwise, for both questions, the answer will be same. Same problem. 1, 2, minus 1, 2. They will provide arrow mark, like they can represent in this manner or they can represent in this way. So if you take the first one, there is no arrow mark at any value. This arrow mark will indicate, let me use a different color, that arrow mark will indicate the starting value of n. Starting value of n. Wherever the arrow mark, we have to assume n equal to 0. Now, the remaining values are towards right side now. If we move towards right side, then this is n equal to 1. This is n equal to, this is n equal to 2. This is n equal to 3. We have to assume this is n equal to. Please, I repeat, listen. So, whenever come across with arrow mark, that indicates the signal or sequence will start from n equal to 0. If you see the problem, the remaining values are available towards the right side of this arrow mark. So then n equal to 0, n equal to 1, n equal to 2, n equal to 3. Whereas in this case, there is no arrow mark. There is no arrow mark at any value. In such problems, you have to assume arrow mark at the first value. Arrow mark at the first value. That means by default, arrow mark will be at the first value. Okay. So let me get the solution. I'm going to assume, let the given sequence as x of n. I'm going to assume given one as x of n, 1 comma 2 comma minus 1 comma 2. So already you studied in a signal system in the first 10 classes. This one is called as a finite duration sequence. Finite duration sequence, because it is a discrete finite duration sequence. That means finite means n value is a finite, starting from 0 ending with 3 only. It is not n equal to 0 ending with n equal to infinity. If starting value is, starting or terminating value is infinity, those signals are called infinite duration sequence. But in our problem, n value is a finite value, known value. N equal to 0 to 3 means it is a known value, finite value. That's a given sequence is called as a finite duration sequence. Not only that, so by default, the arrow mark, the arrow will be, at the first element, that is on left hand side. So it is right hand, it is left hand. So by default we have to assume arrow mark at the first element, left hand side, leftmost corner. They are not giving any arrow mark. If they are giving, we have to know. Okay now. So As per this one, so as per the given question, I have assumed x of n equal to 1, comma 2, comma minus 1, comma 2. So n starts from 0 to 3. It is n equal to 0, n equal to 1, n equal to 2, n equal to 3. So n starts from 0 ending with plus 3 in this case. Now general formula Z transform of, it is very important, model will be important. Z transform of any sequence, it may be finite or infinite duration sequence. General formula will be summation, because it is a discrete, you can start with summation symbol, not the integration symbol. Summation n equal to minus infinity to plus infinity. Why? Because initially we don't know what type of sequence it is. That's why I'm considering the entire x-axis, that is from minus infinity to plus infinity, given sequence, and its kernel z power minus n in general formula. But in our given problem, the n is finite value. Instead of minus infinity plus infinity, n value is 0 to 3. Because given problem is existing only from 0 to 3, so the summation limits will change. Now n equal to 0 to 3, sorry, summation x of n z power minus n. If we expand, if you substitute n equal to 0 in this one, x of 0 z power minus 0, summation means plus x of 1 z power minus 1. Minus is there, 1, I'm starting 0 to 3. Next one, n equal to 2, x of 2 z power minus 2 plus x of 3 z power minus 3. But in our problem, x of 0 value, so this is the n equal to 0, n equal to 0. When n equal to 0, x of 0 is 1. Okay, now, so x of 0 value is 1, z power 0 is 1, something power 0, 1, plus x of 1 value, that means we are moving towards right side, then n value is going to increase. When n equal to 1, x of 1 is 2. 2 into z power minus 1 as it is. Plus when n equal to 2 means, put n equal to 2, x of 2 value is minus 1. So minus 1 into z power minus 2 plus x of 3 value is 2. 2 into z power minus 3. That's all. 1 plus 2 z power minus 1 minus 1 z power minus 2 plus 2 z power minus 3. This is the z transform of a finite duration sequence. Listen, important. This is z transform. But my question is, find the z transform and the ROC. In this case, if it is infinite duration sequence, that is a different we will have different formula. That is whatever we studied in plus 1 plus 2, we can use that formula, which is called as a, yes, this formula. If n is infinite duration sequence means 0 to infinity, or 1 to infinity, 2 to infinity, 100 to infinity, that is infinite duration sequence. This is the general formula. But in this problem, the given sequence is finite duration sequence. If it is a finite duration sequence, we have to use the shortcut. Shortcut means listen. So what is ROC means? ROC will be exist for a given sequence. ROC of a given sequence is depends, ROC of a given sequence always depends on z value. I repeat, the ROC of a any finite duration sequence or infinite duration sequence depends on the range of z or value of z. When we will get range of z means, if the given sequence is infinite duration sequence, then value of z will be in terms of range. If the given sequence is finite duration sequence, then ROC of given sequence is the certain value of z. If you see the expression of x of z, this is the expression, let me use a different color. If you see the expression of x of z, 1 plus 2z inverse, we can write this one as 1 plus 2 by z minus 1 by 2 minus 1 by z square plus 2 by z cube. So we can call it as a z plane, z plane, z plane. This is the real part, this is the imaginary part. So we can take the any value of z. If you take z equal to complex number, z equal to real number, whatever the value, we will get x of z as a finite value. I am expecting x of z is finite value for all the values of z except z equal to 0. If you put z equal to 0 in this expression, we will get a x of z as infinity. I repeat, if you put z equal to 0, 1 plus 2 by 0. 2 by 0 means infinity. 1 plus infinity, infinity. Finally, you will get an infinity value. But my expectation is x of z must be finite for a certain value of z. But in this case, we can take what are the value you want in place of z. X of z will be always finite except z equal to 0. That z equal to 0 is called ROC. Okay now. So ROC is entire entire z plane. Entire z plane means we can take any value in z plane, whether maybe z equal to real number, z equal to pure complex number, z equal to pure z equal to complex conjugate number, or z equal to negative value. Whatever the value you can take in z plane, x of z will be finite value except z equal to 0. Okay now, ROC is entire z plane except z equal to 0. That is important. Okay now. So this is the one of the property of ROC. So how we can define this one? How I can define one of the property of ROC means, see, let me take the same example. They given x of n equal to 1, 2, minus 1, 2, and arrow mark at first value. That means n equal to 0, and n equal to 1, n equal to 2, n equal to 3, where n is positive values. Positive values. If n is a positive value, then we can call x of n is causal signal or causal sequence. The signal will be or sequence will exist. So what is a causal sequence definition? If x of n equal to 0 for n less than 0, then those sequence is called causal sequence. Yes, we are having x of n as some magnitude for positive value of n, but definition is negative value of n, x of n equal to 0. Yes, if you take negative value of n, x of n equal to 0. Yes, here n value is a positive. If you take n value negative, x of n equal to 0, then those sequence is called causal sequence. I repeat, one of the property of ROC is if, let me use a different color. What is the property means? If x of n is finite duration, and causal sequence, I repeat, if x of n is a finite duration and causal sequence, then ROC is entire jet plane. ROC is entire jet plane except z equal to 0.